Hey guys, what's up? It's me, TenneyBox. Welcome to another video. I know that this is going to be more of a controversial video, trust me, I know. This is talking about the new YouTube partner program updates, and this is my thoughts on it. And honestly, I'm going to have a differing opinion than obviously these big YouTubers that are saying that, like, yeah, there's no big deal about it, which I do agree for the most part with these big YouTubers, don't get me wrong. I do think that this is more of a positive change than a negative, but that doesn't mean that there aren't any negatives when it comes to the situation. That doesn't mean we all have to be fine and dandy about it. And I don't think that anybody should really be, like, 100% on board, other than, like, these big YouTubers aren't being affected as much. However, like I said, there are a lot of positives that are coming out of this situation. For example, for me, at least, I don't know about you guys, but the money that I make on YouTube is pretty much minimal, excuse me. There isn't really any kind of benefit from earning money on YouTube. Like, yeah, sure, I completely understand the people that say it's the principle of the thing. It's just like having that check or whatever, the $40 or whatever a year that just comes in. It makes you feel good, and I agree. It makes me feel good about my channel too. But at the same time, if I had to sacrifice that for $40 so that a bigger YouTuber wasn't getting screwed out of money that is rightfully making it their job, then I would easily sacrifice that. And that sounds like, I'm not trying to be like all noble and mighty or whatever. I'm just trying to state facts. Like, the people that have this as a job are going to need it more than me using it as just a hobby, you know what I mean? So the real issue that comes in with me is that I'm not exactly sure if I'm dropped from my network yet. They're supposed to be updating us in the upcoming few days, which is basically, I think, their way of saying they're going to terminate us from the program, which is fine, but at the same time, it's not. And what do I mean by that? Like I said, the money was never the thing for me, and it never will be unless it's, like, actually, you know, money. Unless it's actually, like, a paying job, which I don't think at this point it could be. But the thing I'm talking about is the features that I'm going to be losing, and that is sponsored music. It sounds so silly to talk about, just like music is the #1 thing that I'm going to be losing, but it's true. I actually had a few projects lined up. I'm actually still going to be going through with it, but I haven't started editing yet, but I actually had a lot of music picked out that was licensed under my network that I was going to be using for this project, but now I'm not going to, because in the next, like, 30 days or so, whenever this partner thing takes effect, my channel will be, I'm assuming, going to be terminated by, not terminated, I shouldn't say I'm going to be dropped by my network, is basically what I'm going to say. Which, like I said, if it helps out other YouTubers out there that deserve the money more than us small creators do, and I'm not saying that as just like a driving force of me just saying, like, oh, none of us small creators deserve something, because we do deserve stuff, right? But like I said, YouTube is falling on tough times, and honestly, YouTube is ignorant and incompetent as it is, and this is an intelligent thing to do, but I think they did it a bit too drastically, excuse me. So in my opinion, I do agree with the notion that you should have 1,000 subscribers. And that sounds weird because I don't have 1,000 subscribers yet, right? So it's like, oh, why would he be saying this if he doesn't have 1,000 subscribers? It's because I honestly do believe it. It would help, and I do believe that this new update is going to be helping with getting rid of all the spam channels. But at the same time, when they said it's going to be getting rid of the spam channels, in my mind, just like the way I was thinking, it kind of made me feel like they were calling me a spam channel, like those small guys that don't matter. That's what it felt like to me, the way they worded it. I don't think they worded it the best way. But like I said, I do think that this is going to be for the best, and it's really heartbreaking and hard to say that, because I've been uploading on this website for the past 9 years, and to have a feature that I've pretty much almost always had access to, just to be taken out from under the rug from me, a big part of me wants to just say, oh, that's bullshit, right? Yeah, obviously I want to say that, and I did say that when it first came out, and honestly, if you have this mindset, that's okay, I think, but I'm just going to disagree, because I think that this is the best way for the big creators to get what they rightfully deserve, because we all know that all these creators, and everybody in the platform, including you, me, if you're a content creator, if you're watching this, everybody and their mother has been getting screwed out of money on this website. And it doesn't matter if you have 100 subscribers or if you have 10 million subscribers. It's been happening to the best of us. And it's not the fact that one is better than the other. It's the fact that this makes more logistical sense to aim the demonetization at. Because I know the meme, like, all the people, the small creators are getting, and the big creators are already getting demonetized, and it's like, herp-de-derp-de-derp, I know, instead of demonetizing, what if they were never monetized to begin with? Which, yeah, it's a pretty funny meme. I've got to give them credit for that, whoever created that meme. It's pretty funny. And it is true, to a certain extent, but like I said, it is more healthy for the advertisers to be going towards those bigger YouTubers. And maybe one day I'll make the cutoff. Right now, I'm about 80 or so subs off. And I'm about at half as many hours. But that's also because I took like a 4-month break from live streaming. If I would have kept up that that streaming streak for that entire time while I was pretty much just uploading videos, I probably would have enough subscribers and watch time. And it's not like this unachievable goal. And like I saw Trusted Flagger, which is a really respected guy in the community, say that 90% of content creators are being taken out of the program, which I don't know on what kind of scale that is. I don't know. I want to see these like actual numbers, but maybe I don't know if that number's right at all. But that's what I'm going off of his words in this. If it's 90% of the people being taken out of the program, I think that it should be scaled a little bit differently. But like I said, I do think that 1,000 minimum subscribers is a pretty good idea. And that is really hard for me to say, like I said, because I've been working on this website. I've been doing this as a hobby for like the last 9 years. And it has always been so awesome to get like that little chunk of change that would go towards like a college class or a game or whatever. And like I said, it's insubstantial money, don't get me wrong. But I completely agree with the people that are saying it's really demoralizing and demotivating. It really is, to a certain degree. Because I saw some people that had just gotten, like, the monetization goal or whatever, like, a day or so before. And it's like, that has got to be one of the shittiest things to have done. Like, you've been working let's say there's a streamer, and he's been working non-stop just to get this goal so he can be monetized, right? Well, not anymore. And like I said, there are positives and negatives to this. I think the positives outweigh the negatives. I just think YouTube did a kind of I don't want to say a shitty way of doing it, but I think the way that they kind of, I don't know. I'm kind of just cherry picking at this point, but I think they worded it kind of weirdly. I don't know. Because like when I first started, I was just pissed. I was pissed. I'll be honest. I was just like, I don't even want to bother with this website. But then I started thinking about it. And sadly, they're right. The YouTube system and just everything about this website has been broken beyond recognition at this point. And I think a good way to revitalize and revive this platform, hopefully, is with this new system, because we sure as hell have been being mistreated as YouTubers just without the lack of with the lack of communication. Like I said, lack of advertisements. And that's not just like a me problem. That's like, or a big YouTube problem. That's like a you and me problem, right? Like that happens to all of us. The demonetization and the blatant abuse of the copyright system. I'm pretty sure if you've been doing YouTube for at least a little bit of time, then you've probably had some of these ordeals happen to you. In fact, I took it recently got remonetized, and it's kind of weird saying that I'm not going to be able to be monetized anymore, which, like I said, I understand the people that say it's shitty because you've always had access to these features. And yeah, I agree, that is really shitty of YouTube to do at this point. And it does line up right after what Logan Paul did, so I don't know if it's supposed to be damage control on that. If it is, it's a horrible idea, but if it is for the betterment of advertisers and just to get advertisements back on the platform, then yeah, I think it's a great idea. If it's damage control on Logan Paul's front, I think it's fucking incompetent, because obviously you're going to want to punish the person that did the damage, not the people that didn't. But I don't think that's what YouTube's doing. I think they just planned this out in a horrible time, like right around this drama. Like they had this thing where they weren't responding to the Logan Paul drama for like 9 days. And then, like, a few days later, they're like, oh, by the way, small content creators, fuck you. That's what it kind of sounds like to us creators. But I think what they're trying to do isn't damage control. I think it's actually just damage control on their website. They're trying to save what advertisers they have left, and they're trying to balance out the money so it isn't just a free-for-all of a free-for-all of just people trying to steal advertisers by putting just misleading titles, thumbnails, top 10s. I mean, like, I have room to talk. I made top 5s. This is I'm trying to expand my channel with more content. But you know exactly what I mean. Those trendy, like, top 5 anime betrayals, or top 5, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, those channels out there that really don't produce quote-unquote content, that don't really have a personality, those kind of people that are just trying to mooch off of, like, that stuff. Like, I think that's a big chunk of what this is for as well. It's getting rid of, it's not giving a platform for these people that are copying ideas and just basically being douchebags to have a platform. And like I said, I think it's just bad timing on YouTube's part, but I think it is a good idea. Because, like I said, yeah, it is pretty great having that chunk of change come in. It's really demotivating when that money that's always been there, as little or high as it may be, just goes away. That's not what I'm not saying. I'm not trying to argue against that. I think it is really crappy that we don't have access to those features anymore. But a big thing for me is the music feature, and it's not like a YouTube feature. It's literally part of my network that I had these licensed music things through, and that I was really, really, in the last month, looking through, and I was like, oh my god, I can make some really great stuff with this. But not anymore. And I'm not saying, like I said, it is really crappy that YouTube decided to put this on us at this time. It looks more of damage control with Logan Paul, but I don't know if that's what they're trying to do. I don't think it is, at least. If it is YouTube, then that's a really stupid idea. But if you're actually trying to save your website by getting these ads to the people that, you know, kind of deserve it and that are getting screwed out of the money more than us small content creators are, then that's fine. And you make the smaller content creators, I don't want to be called a sellout or whatever to just sound like I'm trying to, like, appease the other YouTube, the YouTube gods. It's honestly true, because just think about it like this. If you have a big company, if you're working at a big company and you're like at an entry-level job, and you're not, or let's say you're not, I don't want to compare it to like working as many hours, because obviously that's not true. It's mostly just a random factor with YouTube, just how popular your channel is, but let's just say that the big guy that puts the most hours in on the company, and he puts the most work in, and he is like next in line for a raise, and then that raise never comes because some person like on the minimum floor is just like, yeah, I want a raise, I need more money. Like, obviously they're going to pick off the bottom tier guy to help the top tier guy before they're going to help out the bottom guy. And that does sound really crappy to say out loud, but that's honestly how it works. YouTube's a cutthroat industry. And, like, it really is. And I don't understand why people think that they're entitled to a ton of money. Like, I would like to say that, oh yeah, I deserve a ton of money, but that's not true. I've been working on this platform for 9 years, or making videos for it, but that doesn't make me any more entitled than anybody else on the platform. It's honestly based on the advertisers. It's based on the advertisements. It's based on how YouTube deems your video monetizable or not. And I think, honestly, YouTube just picked a really bad time to unleash this new beast of a rule system, which, like I said, I somewhat agree with, as shitty as it is, because I'm losing my partner rights from it. But at the same time, I would rather have it to go somebody bigger. Like, I'll name off a few YouTubers that deserve it. Like, let's see, we got the Review Tech USA, we got Total Biscuit, we have Jesse Cox, we have Nerd Cubed, we have Press Hard to Continue or Dodger, we have, like, PewDiePie even, Keemstar, iDubbbz, like, all these people, as much as you like or dislike them, by the way, I like all those people on the list, just so you know, I'm not going to start any drama, I love all those channels, but I would much rather have those people have a smile on their face because they're not getting screwed out of money, rather than me earning, like, an extra $30 to $40 a year, you know, because there are tons of other jobs. You can get a minimum wage job, part-time job even, you can damn near do anything else You could sell your own comic book for 99 cents on your street corner, and you'd probably make more money in a year than you would on YouTube. And that is really crappy to say, but it's honestly true. And for those of you that are feeling demotivated by this, don't. I was demotivated. I overreacted to the situation. I'll be 100% honest. I made a goodbye video. I was tweeting the hell out of it. I was pissed. Mostly because it was 3 in the morning, and I just got this email saying, oh, by the way, in 30 days, fuck you. That's what it kind of translated to me at 3 in the morning. But then I kept thinking about it, and I just saw that it's not that YouTube doesn't value these people. It's that they're trying to help their website, and I think that the people that want to earn it, if they want that partnership, if they want to keep doing YouTube as a hobby, then those people are going to do it anyways. But if they're in it just for that $40 a year and they don't really care, then they're probably not good YouTubers. Like, for me, yeah, I was like, okay, it's demotivating because I'm not getting that $40 or however much it was per year. I'm not going to say, because that would be like a breach of contract, and I don't want to screw over myself. Whatever that object may be, yeah, it's demotivating, but to me, it's also the biggest motivator. If you think about it, let's say that YouTube is your only job. You make $40 a year, which is don't do YouTube if you only make $40 a year, or as like a full-time job. Please don't. You won't make it. Let's say to me, it's about that the gun to the head sort of mentality where, yo, in 30 days, if you don't have this, you're gonna get dropped. I'm like, oh shit, that's kind of motivating. And it sounds like really weird to say. That's motivating for me to keep making content to one day achieve that higher status of monetization. Because back in the day when monetization wasn't there to anybody, or not anybody, but to everybody, it was cool. And I wasn't one of those creators that was first in the monetization program, believe me. I first started off at Freedom, and Freedom doesn't have a really great reputation. I don't really hate the network. I just don't think it's as reputable as like other networks such as like BBTV, TGN, IGN, Machinima. I don't even know if they're still making partners with them. I don't even know. But, you know, the big companies are the ones that were reputable back in the day, and that arguably they still pretty much are, I would say. It's been an honor being in TGN and BBTV, and I would love to stay with them. But if it just happens to be that they can't because of this deal, then so be it. I'll keep grinding. I'll keep doing whatever it takes to make my way to the top, because to me, this is one of those things. It's so competitive that it's almost addictive to do, because me getting 900 subscribers last week being like one of the peak goals, my highest amount of subs that I've ever had on any platform whatsoever, it seems really silly to other people, but to me, like, that is like that's such a good goal. And we're well on our way to 1,000, I think. I mean, it honestly is with the streaming. That's another thing. If you want to get more subs, I would just consider streaming, unless you have like a really great idea for a video, which I am still making videos. Just so you know, I'm not completely streaming, because I like to have the streaming side where I'm like, oh yeah, I'm just chilling out, gaming, talking to people, much more interactive than videos in my experience. But the video side of it, I just love a lot more, because it's like, oh, I can put so much stuff into this. I can just put so much creativity into this. And before, let's be honest, half my videos were getting demonetized anyways when it got out. You got Black Ops 3 gameplay. Well, there's blood in that, so that's off the table. You got zombies getting their heads blown off. Nope. But like I excuse me, like I said, what I really think this demonetization thing is, in my opinion, over this last year or so, I think it's just been more of them trying to demonetize things because they don't have the money to pay for all the advertisements, don't have money to pay everybody. And like I said, if it means cutting out the small guys, it really is shitty to say out loud. I understand that. And I agree it's pretty shitty. But at the same time, I would much rather have those bigger YouTubers have the money that they deserve rather than me making an extra $40. And it's not demotivating to me anymore, because even though I am losing access to features like such as music and just some really awesome plugins that wouldn't otherwise have without a partnership with BBTV. And like I said, I don't know if I'm kicked from that yet. I'm pretty sure I am, but I'll make an update on that if I do, right? And it's nothing against the network, right? It's nothing against the network. You have to understand, these networks that are saying that they're dropping you, don't say, like, fuck you, I don't like you. Like, don't say that to them, because you're damaging any possible future relations with them. Because let's think of this. Like, they don't want to drop their partners, right? Even if they are small channels. This thing is making them have to, because they can't pay you if you're not, or you're not able to put ads in your videos. It's just like it's a lose-lose situation. Like, yeah, sure, I would have music rights with them, right? But they wouldn't get any money because I'm no longer monetizable. And if they're taking a split of the money, then it's like, what are these people even in the program for? They're not doing anything other than just kind of having our name, which in some worlds, in some places, may be fine. But let's be honest, YouTube's a money game. It has been for a long time. And I would much rather have these big creators earning money. Like I said, I would love to have that $40, but at the same time, I would much rather have it go to somebody that's more deserving, and people that are actually using this as a full-time job, and people that are basically been being screwed out of money for the past year. Like, even YouTubers, like, had to go to therapy and stuff, and just a bunch of other, like, really, really crazy stuff, just because their livelihood has been at stake and just threatened so much by this adpocalypse. And maybe this all is a butterfly effect based on the PewDiePie thing. Maybe it isn't. Maybe this is a whirlpool effect that was going to happen regardless of what people are doing. Who knows? But the point is that this is where we are now. And whether you like it or not, it's the future of YouTube. And I don't think that it's a healthy idea to just keep screaming at YouTube in some cases, like with the Logan Paul thing, like now we're spending for 9 days. Yeah, scream at them for that. That's asinine, right? No, YouTube, you did not respond properly to that at all, and you still haven't, really. I mean, yes, you did punish him, but that drama is over and done, hopefully. The point is, I don't think this is Logan Paul damage control. I think this is YouTube damage control in the best possible way. I shouldn't say best possible way. I think that there are other ways to do it, but this seems like the most effective at the moment. That's honestly my opinion. I'm sorry if I've offended anybody in this. I don't want to sound offensive. I don't want to say that what the smaller content creators are doing on this platform is insubstantial. And I know that a lot of animators and stuff are being affected by this too, because watch time is damn near hard to get, especially with, what, 4,000 hours? I'm about at 2,100 or 2,000. I don't remember exactly, but I'm about halfway there. And yeah, that's really demotivating. But at the same time, like I said, it's the biggest motivator. Because if you really want, say that you want to make it on YouTube today, yeah, 99 out of 100 times, you're going to get cut short, you're not going to make it anywhere. But that one time, that one person that really wants to make it on this platform, I think it's possible still. I really do. Even though it is oversaturated to hell, I think there is always room for one more person. And if you're that person, then God bless you. I mean, I don't think I could ever be that person. It's not going to stop me from trying, at least. Because I love this as a hobby. I don't think I could ever give up YouTube. I mean, hell, I've been doing this since 2009. And I don't want to say, like, that it's a bragging right or anything. But it's true. Like, if my only incentive on YouTube in the last 9 years was making $40, then what the hell is wrong with me, right? $40 a year is like nothing. Yeah, it is cool to have that build-up of ad revenue that's like, oh shit, I just made $40 off YouTube. But at the same time, if you say, oh, in a year, that's pretty bad. But at the same time, it's a hobby thing. But like I said, I would rather work at my hobby for free or without any benefits. I mean, other than music. I would love to have the music back, but that's just where we are at this point. I would rather have it go to somebody that is more deserving of it than myself. And I'm not saying that they're more deserving than some small creators out there. Like, I know a lot of people, including myself, bust their ass to make content that is hopefully good and entertaining. But it's just where we are at this point on YouTube. And I'm sorry if you got cut from your program, because I certainly was as well. But I think it's a lot more complex and advanced than what people are saying it is on, like, Twitter and stuff. And I was part of the problem the first day that it came out. I was saying, okay, I'm making a goodbye video, this is stupid, I don't want this, this is just toxic. And I'm not saying that it isn't toxic. It is toxic, but it's the toxicity that I think is going to be the thing that saves a lot of the website. The only problem stopping itself now, right now, is YouTube. YouTube is the only obstacle in its own way. Just the way they've been handling situations, they've been responding to things, they've been shafting bigger creators and smaller creators. But like I said, I think this toxicity is necessary because they're going to be getting more advertisers. Because there aren't a lot of advertisers to go around, let's be honest. And as much as I hate to see ads being run on a disrespectful person like Logan or Jake Paul's channel, I would rather see it go to the people that actually deserve it. Like I said, those people before, like Total Biscuit and all those guys. And girls, and just, or women, men, whatever you want to say. Boys, girls, men, and women, it doesn't really matter. All those people are more deserving of it, in my opinion, than me. Or even some other small channels. And I think that if you want to do this as a hobby, that's freaking great, because I'm still doing it as a hobby. But I don't think this is like a monetary thing that you should expect just going in and saying, oh yeah, I'm going to make $1 million in day one. It's like, bro, I've been grinding at this thing for 9 years, and yeah, you may call it, like, really shitty growing. Yeah, it's true. I haven't put 900,000% effort into growing my channel until, like, this past year. And that's my fault, right? Like, there's no one there to blame but myself for having really crappy, like, just, I don't know, just growing tactics. But I'd rather have it go to those guys up there and just, I'd like to wave them. I'd like to wave them on rather than just say, hey, I'm going to be taking a percentage of your money just because I'm a small creator. No. I do this as a hobby, and I understand that it's really demotivating. I do understand that. Even right now, I feel demotivated knowing that, yeah, the money is gone. But at the same time, like I said, I would rather have it go to somebody that's much, much more deserving of it than myself. Because those people have it as, like, full-time jobs, right? I'm a college student. Yeah, sure, that $50 or $40 or whatever the hell it is or was. Yeah, that could have been going great towards a textbook. Or, I don't know, a meal? Like that one meal a year that you earn from YouTube money as a small creator. And that sounds, I'm laughing at it, not as like a mocking way. Because that hurts. If somebody went up to me and said, oh, you make $40 a year, that's trash. That would piss me off, right? That would piss anybody off. But at the same time, be like, yeah, but I also made $40 this year off of my own hobby. Like I said, it's toxic, but I think it's a good kind of toxicity. And I think that the people that are doing this as a hobby that want to make it a job, like, that's fine if you want to do that as your full-time job or whatever, a part-time job if you want to make money on the side. But I strongly suggest that you don't consider it, like, a full-time thing. Like, if you want to grind it out for a long time and, like, say, hey, there's a little bit of extra money on the side, and that's great. And I love the people that do that. It's so great. If anybody can make the dream work, that's completely fine by me. There's no toxicity on my part. But the people that join YouTube just to say, hey, give me that YouTube money, like, yeah, just don't, please. I'm sorry if this video's been too long and my throat hurts from talking about all this, but it's been on my mind for the last 2 days now. And like I said, I was pissed, I was furious at first. But, like I said, it's for the best, honestly. It is a really crappy situation. I want to keep reiterating that, because I don't want my words to be twisted. It's a really crappy situation. But it's where we are as it's where YouTube is as a platform. Like, that's how bad, like, damage control has been done on the site. And I think this is the only way out. I'm TenneyBox. If you're new to the channel, I would very much appreciate it if you subscribe. Because, like I said, I will still be grinding to get that partnership status again, right? Anybody in their right mind that has a hobby and a passion for it is. That's a good goal. Get that partner program stuff, right? That's awesome. I applaud those of you that do and that are still doing that without quitting. And yeah, I just want to give myself the middle finger from like 2 nights ago when I made a goodbye video. That's not true. As pissed off as I was in the moment, and as pissed off as I probably will be for a long time, like I said, it's for the best. And that's a hard thing to admit out loud. And I know, it really is. I'm TenneyBox. I'm sorry for making this video so damn long. Keep calm, trust your instincts, and I guess for the first time in many years, unless my network decides not to drop me for whatever reason, which I'm pretty sure they're going to, or they have to. If they don't, that's fantastic. But if they do, I guess this is the first time in a long time. It's just me, TenneyBox, It's just me. And I'm just going to use the slogan that my old network used to say, and that I'm just going to use through the end of time because I love it so much. Keep calm and trust your instincts. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace out.